Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Sellers through the noise. Coming out aggressively. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Russell. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They put the first points on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is...
Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Bama, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, the defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Just going to keep it after the snap. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On the move. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes
the catch, and he's free. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Warren.
Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Tide ready to roll on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Red pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Right back to it. Snowed under by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Here's Sellers to throw. Scrambling away. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Looking down the middle. He's got it. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Running inside, it's Clark. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Moving away from pressure. Got his man to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Play fake, Sellers. Got out of trouble, throws. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid tackle. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sellers. He wants it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the single back. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Timeout called as the play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Keelan Russell. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found 0 answers in how to get back in this football game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run. Nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Russell gets rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Russell. He's moving out of the pocket. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down 2, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it, and defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long, but because they couldn't do that, they let him spring free. It's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Tulane taking on the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Making side adjustments here. Russell from the gun on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Russell. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no first down.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
He's got his man across the middle. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Touchdown, South Carolina. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Keelan Russell buys a little time with his feet. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Russell. Unloads to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get 1st downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Russell, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the catch at the 20. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this quarterback is dynamic, and it's because of his speed. You see it in the run game, but also when he decides to extend the play, scramble, and just buy himself time. Defense can't keep up with him as he's able to find that completion for the 1st.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer, what's your passing play I think you go to here?
No, I like moving the pocket at this point, Pollock, and also maybe thinking about the tight end on a crossing route. You can kind of get through the traffic, come out the other side.
Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And they decide to trot out the kicker. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Throwing, Sellers. Moving out to the right. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown Gamecocks. And here they come, almost all the way back. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll run it again. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
That linebacker shot through the hole so fast and timed up that snap count perfectly, getting the big hit on the running back for the tackle for loss.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Throwing Russell. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could...
Got a little grass. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the ground. He's got it again. There he goes. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
And, man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the Tide answer.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to...
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Keelan Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Sellers through the noise. They go to the wide receiver screen. Turning it on. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Sellers. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types.